And welcome, folks, to baseball here on a beautiful Friday afternoon. The Batavia Muckdogs taking on the Elmira Pioneers today on July 3rd. Happy 3rd of July, everyone. We're doing this a day early in style. Getting baseball, celebration, family, it's all the straight up package you'll find on a day like today. Again, welcome, folks, to the broadcast. My name is Grayson, Natale, and it's only me on today's broadcast as well. So there won't be Jarrett Campbell beside me for color. It's a one-man show today. He's busy substituting in for Mad Dog as in-game host, and he's trying to get the crowd hyped and ready for a huge anticipated matchup between the one seed in the West Division, what would make up the fourth seed in the division. Elmira Pioneers taking on the Batavia Muckdogs once more. It's been a month wait until the last time these two teams faced off, dating back to May 29th and May 30th for the season opener for the Muckdogs and then the home opener right after that. Both games, Batavia Muckdogs took home the win, 9-6 and 12-1 in 7 innings in those matchups. Right now, before you see the players getting introduced with their families, as it's family night, each player is allowed to bring their family along as they get announced in today's starting lineup. It's not only the starting lineup, should I say, but everyone included. Again, we thank you for joining tonight's broadcast. We'll get through things here in just a moment, but for the time being, we're going to step aside and allow these players to get introduced, and after that, national anthem, everything will be back on track and underway for baseball. We'll see you in a minute.
Accompanied by brother Charlie. Number 30, Irwin's Branch. Number 31, Jeremy Ramos. Accompanied by Mom Christy and Dad Eric. Number 34, Jody Socorro. Accompanied by Dad Carlos. Number 39, Colin Stefanucci. Number 41, Jackson Reed, accompanied by Dad Michael. Number 44, Logan Thomas, accompanied this evening by his dad Mike, Mom Elizabeth, brother Parker, and sister Jocelyn. Number 52, Brian Johnson. Number 77, Walter Garrett. Number 99, Jacob Vespo, accompanied by Dad Walter, Mom Raquella, and their dog Nova. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Batavia Muckdogs. Leading off and playing right field, number 50, Jalen David, accompanied this evening by his dad Lenny, Mom Melissa, brother Josiah, sister Amaya, brother Jonelle, and friend Shanice Williams. Batting second and playing third base, number 2, Jackson Inman, accompanied this evening by his mom Christy, dad Derek, and brother Max. Batting third, number 1, playing second base, Cooper Russell, accompanied by Mom Nikki and Dad Michael. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 11, Evan Brock, accompanied by Vinny Brock and Patricia Brock. Batting fifth, center fielder, number 20, Glenn Brooks. gentlemen, your Batavia Muckdogs and their parents. Now, everyone, I'd like to ask that you all please rise. First, for a moment of silence, please. Fans, tonight's game is proudly sponsored by HP Hood. We are honored to have many HP Hood employees with us this evening. HP Hood lost a beloved member of their family, Michael Jerome Whitmire, who was born in Guatemala and raised in Batavia, the cherished son of Jerome and Lisa Pellegrino Whitmire. Michael was a 2021 graduate of Batavia High School and was affectionately known to his friends as MJW, or Big Guada. Michael was known by many and touched many hearts in his short lifetime. He lived with a passion for life, as evidenced by his contagious smile. He loved his friends, his family, his food, especially tacos and pizza, fishing, his truck, and his four-wheeler. He lived by the mantra, work hard, play hard. He was proud of his Guatemalan heritage. Michael was an employee of HP Hood for the last 4 years. And fans, at this time, before the national anthem, we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence in Michael's memory. We thank you. And now, fans, I'd like to ask you please remain standing if able and remove your hats for the national anthem, which will be performed this evening by Kenzie Fickle, who is a 7th grader at Alexander School and dances for Resurgence Dance. Previously this year, she was signed to pursue an acting, modeling, and signing early this year. Let's welcome Kenzie Fickle.
Turn it up, baby! Family on 3, 1, 2, 3! Family! Let's go!
And here we go. Baseball back here in Batavia. It's been here for quite some time, and we're going to keep the train going, though. It's the Batavia Muckdogs taking on the Elmira Pioneers in a long-anticipated rematch. These two teams played earlier in the season, that being the season and home opener. Batavia took home the win in those two games. They're 2-0 against them, and they look to continue that stretch here. Before any further, again, my name is Grayson Natale. Alongside me, the lack thereof, Jared Campbell. He's busy out there getting the fans hyped for today's matchup as Jer Bear as in-game host. So, if you ever stopped by in the past few games, you got to see him do his stuff out there in the field. And before we get too far, let's go to the lineups. I'd like to remind you, the lineups are brought to you by Tompkins Bank of Castile, but let's start off. Starting things off is going to be Jalen David, Jackson Inman, and Cooper Russell for the Muckdogs. For the Pioneers, they'll be Caleb Delaney, Nick Spanner, and Brett Baker. For the first three, the next four for both teams, Batavia Muckdogs will be none other than Evan Brock, Glenn Brooks, James Quintero, Miles Manel. On the other side for the Pioneers, Tyler Adamio, Jack Aylward, Alex Davis, and Ryan Gabinelli. The last final three will be Jalen Roque, Cooper Romick, and Braden I rounding things off for the Muckdogs. On the other side, that will be Jalen Tidwell, Ryan Jones, and Tyson Gingerich. And on the mound, for your Batavia Muckdogs, getting the starting nod, Mason Davey. He's going to go up against Landon Birch, who is the start for the Pioneers when we get things started. We'll take a closer look at Mason Davey, and I promised you this time that picture is updated. I'm checking before I throw that graphic, and there it is. Mason Davey on the season comes in today with a 2-flat ERA, with a 2-0 record, 5 appearances, 3 of those being starts, so he's making his 4th today. No saves, 18 innings, which he has 10 hits, 4 runs allowed, all 4 being earned, and 22 strikeouts with 12 batters walked. On top of that, he hails from Genesee Community College, which he is a freshman in, hometown of Rochester, New York, right-handed pitcher, sitting at 6 foot, 190 pounds. Again, Batavia wearing their red jerseys once again today against the dark navy blue of Elmira. But baseball and these two teams, it's been long awaited, and we finally got it. We're about ready to rock and roll. We went through the lineups, but we'll also go through the defense, show you where you can find every player. And here we go, Mason Davey, of course, on the mound. Cooper Romick in at catcher today. First base, James Quintero. Cooper Russell second. Miles Manel short. And Jackson Inman in his usual spot at third. For your outfield, Evan Brock, utility, will move to left field. We've seen him all over the place, but new spot today. Glenn Brooks center and Jalen David over in right. So the utility brothers making up left and right, and Glenn Brooks, none other than the one and only, is still over in center. But not much shakeup as Batavia looks to keep their winning streak going. We'll see if they can do so. If we look at their past schedule for the Muckdogs, they've won the last 2 games, that going against Niagara Ironbacks and Jamestown Tarpskunks. Those games, both they won 8-6. Then on June 30th and July 1st. The last game yesterday was a last-minute change-up in the schedule. It was an out-of-league game as well, but it was supposed to be the Power City Athletics, then changed to East Coast Pipeline the day of. So last-minute change, but we still found an opponent. They won that matchup as well, 9-1. So you can say the streak is 3, but nonetheless, they're keeping the bats hot and ready things go. 9-1 win is nothing to scoff at. And we're ready. Let's play ball in a long-anticipated matchup. Mason Davey is ready to deal. And up for the Elmira Pioneers, none other than number 52, right fielder Caleb Delaney. And the first pitch goes for strike 1. Get that up there for the name, Mason Davey. The 0-1 check swing doesn't go. It's too high. It's a 1-1 count. Again, packed crowd today. 1-1 inside, but gets it off the short end of the bat and drives it foul. 1-2. Packed crowd for July 3rd. We don't have a game here, Dwyer, for the 4th of July, and so we choose to celebrate the 3rd of July, but tomato, tomato, trying to celebrate it for all the right reasons. won't pinpoint the bottom left. Takes a shift there in the box, and it's 2-2. But really packed crowd, almost sold out. Downstairs slightly. It's full count now. So the first at bat reaches full for Delaney. We'll see if he can start things right. The payoff inside, ball 4. And a walk for Delaney stations him over on first base. In terms of 4th of July, if you don't want to, don't have a party going around, you can spend it online here with us. Be going on the road against Niagara Falls Americans tomorrow. It starts at 6:30, but if you don't have any plans, then why not stick around and keep us company on the broadcast? Now up for Elmira, taking pitch 1 for a strike, is Nick Spanner, designated hitter number 23. Nick Spanner leads the team statistically in batting average .450, only 20 at-bats, 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 of those being doubles. Pickoff attempt over at first, no good, but 3 of those being doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, 6 RBIs off 14 total bases. So the 0-1 count deals is Davey. It's down in the dirt, blacked down by Romick, and it's 0-2. Or excuse me, 1-1. Apologies for that. The 1-1 count, delivery is high enough in the lower end. It's now 1-2. And takes it watching. Looked like it was going to stay to the outside, but the ball stops, parks within the zone, and a strikeout looking is the first out here in the top of the first inning. Look at the strikeout numbers as well. I know I said 22 strikeouts for Davey, but those 22 strikeouts, which now is 23, is good for 4th on the team. Only ahead of him is Eric Woodley, Jack Page, and Jake Sliz in that order. Ball 1 upstairs for number 10 center fielder Brett Baker. Brett Baker comes in today with a 16-game streak of getting on base. We're going to see if they can change that and keep him silent during today's matchup. Pickoff attempt at first. It's no good. And call ball 2. So a 2-0 count. Another pickoff attempt at first. It's no good. Two-0 is now 2-1. Sending that within the zone. Last time we saw Davey, we've seen him at designated hitter as well. We've seen him hit and pitch. Last time we saw him hitting was the 8-15 defeat against the Newark Pilots. Going for strike 2, it's a 2-2 count. We'll look at his pitching numbers. The last time he made an appearance was against the Niagara Ironbacks. Stealing is Delaney. It's too high, and he gets down for a stolen bag. Now standing on second as the count moves full is Delaney. The count was full, though, for Brett Baker. Right now, Skip's talking with the umpire. about to play second. Doesn't like the call, and nothing will be changed here. I'm going to check it over. It's full count. Now runner standing on second. That's Delaney after the successful steal, but again, full count for Brett Baker. The payoff is driven foul. We'll do it again. So the last time we saw Mason Davey on the mound, should I say, he had the starting nod against the Ironbacks, dating back to June 27th. That's the one that was short-lived here in Dwyer. That was the doubleheader, the first one of that game out. The payoff pitch, that one looking to trail foul. It will. We'll do it one more time. But a 12-0 win, which only lasted till 6 innings because doubleheaders only go 7, but you are able to still mercy. It's 12-0 is the rule within 5. But he got the win, advancing his record to 2-0 as it stands today. Take a second, though, as he double checks. Delaney delivers home. It's upstairs. Ball 4 and walks Baker. 2-1 now. Brings up Tyler Adamo. 15, your second baseman. Tyler Adamo. Batting average of 300. 60 at-bats, 14 runs, 18 hits, 4 of those being doubles, 2 triples, and 15 RBIs. Take strike 1. Looking. Those 15 RBIs are good for 4th on the team. His hits are good for 2nd as well. He knows how to do it for himself while bringing in his teammates, and he's got a situation to do that here. But the 0-1 is outside 1-1. But again, Mason Davey in his last outing, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs allowed, 4 batters walked, 6 strikeouts across 22 batters. Fouled off, it's 1-2. Again, that going back to June 27th. A 1-2 count here for Mason Davey. Search of his 2nd strikeout. Hasn't used his infield or outfield just yet with 2 walks and a strikeout. The 1-2 down low. And it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 is driven to short, scooped up by Manel, who tries to get the tag and won't get it. Says the runner beats him back. But 2 outs. Following a line drive over to Miles Manel at short. He's able to get the ball and make a play at the second base bag, but barely off the mark in timing. 2 outs, though. A fresh count with 2 runners on is Jack Aylward. First pitch goes for strike 1. Takes that one looking. Davey will check second. Delivers, and it's too low, 1-1. The 1-1 count, delivery, check swing, but it's strike nonetheless, 1-2. The 1-2 count, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Zero situation with this pitch. Davey checks second, no one covering. double take. Cooper Russell sits back in position and's got him looking at the higher end of the strike zone. 2 strikeouts to start things off for Davey, both of them being looking, and brings an end to the top of the first. 0 runs scored for the Pioneers, just the way the Muckdogs like it. When we come back for the Muckdogs to take their turn in the batter's box.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Who are you?
Fans, if you get hit with a foul ball, don't call our insurance.
Why is no one doing anything?
Call UMMC at Rochester Medical Center for help.
Should have called him.
Bottom of the first, let's do it. Again, number 33 has the nod for the start for the Elmira Pioneers. That's Landon Birch, one of the Birch brothers on this Pioneers pitching bullpen. Within the two, they're both got some pretty good stats. Very similar as well, like eerily similar. It's kind of scary. But we'll look at Landon Birch, not his brother, Larson Birch. Landon Birch, he's got a 1.54 ERA, a 2-0 record, 5 appearances, 4 starts. This will be his 5th. This crowd is hyped for the Muckdogs. You can hear that. 4 starts, no saves, 23 1/3 innings pitched, 19 hits allowed, 7 runs, 4 of those being earned, 9 batters walked, and 28 strikeouts. That's good for second on the team. First pitch to Jalen David is strike 1. Jalen David, he's over in right field today. We see him over, he hops between right and short, swings at pitch 2. It's a blooper to left and a fly out as the shortstop comes out and makes the play for 1 out. That one hitting off the far inside of his bat, not really at his own doing. Just got a lot underneath it, and Tidwell able to move underneath for the Pioneers. So 1 out, as I pressed the wrong button, put someone on first. Excuse me for that. 1 out. Leads to number 2, third baseman Jackson Inman up to bat. Inman leads the team with the Muckdogs in batting average, .472, 53 plate appearances, 19 runs, 25 hits, 5 of those being doubles, with a home run as well, 17 RBIs and 33 total bases. Take strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. As well, leading the team, the Muckdogs, you also got to think he leads second in the league with that .472 batting average. The 0-1 is dribbled back to Birch, scoops it underneath and makes the toss over to first in time. It's 2 outs. Ground in and a fly out so far for the Muckdogs. Brings up Superman Cooper Russell, of course wearing number 1, second base today. He's taking a nice little station over in second. In more than just a few games, that seems to be his spot going forward. It's rightfully so, deserved, should I say, for the way he's been able to hold down the gap. First pitch inside for ball 1. Cooper Russell in the season, batting average of .364, across 33 at-bats, 18 hits, 18 runs, 12 hits, 2 of those being doubles, and 6 RBIs. Take strike 1, it's 1-1. 1-1 count for Cooper Russell. Inside, it's now 2-1. Mentioned it once before, I'll mention it again. The last time we saw Cooper Russell get things going. That's going back to the Jamestown matchup. And they won 8-6 the last time they actually played a game that did. Or no, excuse me, that was the last time. Thought of the wrong Jamestown game, but against Jamestown at Jamestown, the 15-5 win on June 25th. Cooper Russell started the game 4 of 4, the 2-2 inside and its full count. But 4 of 4 on the day, only had that at bat in the his fifth go round where he flew out. But that one was just rounding things off for the Muckdogs to get the Mercy Rule win. And made an impressive play in the bottom of the 5th. The payoff is driven over the head of the second baseman. Cooper Russell is 1 for 1 today. Again, as I was saying, the bottom of the 5th had a snagging dive, defying gravity. And that's why he's a stud over at second base. But nonetheless, enough about Cooper Russell. The first hit for the Batavia Muckdogs, courtesy of Cooper Russell, brings up number 11, Mr. Reliable, Evan Brock. Left fielder. With a 2-out situation, and Cooper Russell on at first. Gets underneath that, between center and right. It's over towards right field, only a few steps in for the 3rd out. So it's scoreless as the Batavia side ends in a quick fashion as we go to the top of the 2nd. Both teams again scoreless when we come back in just a second.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sherry John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Top of the 2nd, let's do what needs to get done. Davey looking to bring an end. Again, we have Jer Bear out there, not Jarrett. It's kind of funny seeing down the left field. He's giving it his all out there, and that's what matters, and he's doing a good job at that. Substituting in for his friend in crime, Mad Dog. Gets the crowd hyped and ready for more baseball, but nonetheless, top of the 2nd, here we go. First pitch is outside, ball 1. In the box for Elmira, it's number 5 extra hitter, Alex Davis. Alex Davis on the season as he takes strike 1 in this count, moves it to 1-1. Has a batting average of .320, 50 at-bats, 12 runs scored, 16 hits, 6 doubles that leads the team, and 1 triple. 9 RBIs along with that with 24 total bases. 1-2 outside, it's now 2-2. It's a hot one today. The sun beating down on everyone, and that's really going to test. Everyone is committed to playing hard all the way through, and Mason Davey won't let the heat get to him. Gets his first out with another strikeout. First out of the top of the second, leads up to number 16, third baseman Ryan Gabinelli. So fresh count, 1 out. First pitch inside, ball 1. You're right about now, in terms of weather for Batavia, as that's driven foul back to the overhead. It's very sunny and very hot. One of those last few days within the excruciating heat advisory that we've had going on for the past few days. It's a 1-1 count, down low, but high enough for 1-2. So 1-2 count. It's 83 degrees and scorching sun. Woo. Too low, 2-2. Close one. Won't find it there. Davey, set up, wind up, delivery. In the dirt. 3-2. Full count for Gabinelli. The payoff, delivery. Outside, ball 4, and a third walk for Davey. We'll put Gabinelli over on first, bringing up number 22, shortstop Jalen Tidwell. Tidwell in the season, a .250 batting average, 36 at-bats, 13 runs, 9 hits, with a good mixture in there, 2 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run, so a little bit of everything, with 7 RBIs and 20 total bases. This drives the first pitch foul. 0-1 count. Slightly inside. A little too far for the zone's liking. It's a 2-2. Pickoff attempt to get Gabinelli off the bags. Did I say 2-2? Excuse me. I'm losing my mind. At least I caught myself. 1-1. Swing and miss. It's 1-2. It's always the way, like when you catch yourself, like I wasn't even aware. Caught myself in a little bit of a loop. 1-2. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Tidwell staying alive, and I think it was more because I'm looking at the radar here. We do have a call for maybe a passing thunderstorm, roughly 50 minutes. Last time I was being a meteorologist was against Jamestown here at Dwyer, that going back to July 1st. We did not avoid the rain. 1-2. And can't find the box with that pitch. It's 2-2 now. I guess maybe I predicted it. So a 2-2 for Tidwell. It's down in the dirt. Downstairs and full count. Davey will check over at first. And it's driven high to left. Right now, Evan Brock trying to locate it, and he does. Gets the second out here. Big, strong gust of wind. As my paper's flying. But again, gets the second out with the fly out. Now, 44, catcher Ryan Jones is called to the batter's box. We'll see if he can bring in the first score of the game for the Pioneers. Pickoff attempt first before we see a pitch. And won't get him. Ryan Jones again on the season. Batting average of only 100. Got called for the swing. 0-1. Ryan Jones, only 100 batting average on the season across 20 at-bats. 4 runs scored, 2 hits, all those being singles, 1 RBI, and 2 total bases. So the 0-1 is just enough to hang on the outer part of the plate. But again, enough inside within the zone. It's 0-2. 0-2 for Jones. We'll check over at Gabinelli on first. Gabinelli not going anywhere just yet. Outside 1-2. Enough outside to the umpire's liking, should I say. 1-2 count. Time called. Jones readjusting the helmet. Reset. Locked and loaded. The 1-2. Gets him looking. Admiring the ball. It goes by, and that's the 3rd out. So still held scoreless for 2 innings, courtesy of the Batavia defense. Batavia didn't have the start they wanted, but again, plenty of baseball to be played. We'll see if they can resume where they left off against yesterday's game with the 9 runs scored and 11 hits when we come back.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckbucks, please.
Muckbucks?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckbucks here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckbucks.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Bottom of the 2nd, right around the corner. But before we get too far into anything, I'd like to remind you on behalf of the Batavia Muckdogs fans, this season you have the opportunity to connect with the Batavia Muckdogs like never before with exclusive content on all our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X for more Batavia Muckdogs content. Don't forget to subscribe as well to our YouTube channel to make sure you stay up to date whenever we go live and all behind-the-scenes videos that we will post, including player and coaches interviews and much, much more. So the bottom of the 2nd, right around the corner. They were able to only record 1 hit in hitting, 1 inning alone, so take that with a lot of salt, I guess. Too early to start judging or cracking down on anything. And you know how Batavia rolls. They always love to get things going in groups. Leading things off is number 20. Your center fielder is always Glenn Brooks. As he rips at the first pitch, and it's barely foul. Took a bounce and just foul. So close that I couldn't even tell. But Blue calls that one foul. It's a 0-1 count. On this season for Glenn Brooks. He knows how to hit as well as maintain in center fielder position. We'll get to that in a second. The 0-1 Now 0-2, hence that one looking. Glenn Brooks, batting average of a .397 across 78 plate appearances, 25 runs scored, 31 hits. 3 of those being doubles and a good mixture, as long as 4 triples, 2 home runs, and 20 RBIs. And you can't forget the stat of stealing bases, as that's fouled off, so redo the 0-2 count. But he has 24 stolen bases, good for second on the team, and you can't forget without in the league. The league for stolen bases, he's good for second, just behind his brother and teammate, Jalen David, who has 28. So the 0-2 will do it again, as it has him checked. And that's the first out. So goes down swinging. Now that leads to James Quintero, your first baseman for today. For 16 up to bat. Quintero on the season, a .317 batting average. With 41 at-bats, he's been able to get down 5 runs, 13 hits, 3 of those being doubles, and a home run as well with 9 RBIs. Swings at the first one, and it rips over to right. And unfortunately brings up the second out as right fielder Caleb Delaney was able to get underneath it just in time. 2 outs, brings up shortstop number 8, Miles Manel, to the batter's box. Bad hiccup. Batting average of a .319, 47 at-bats, 14 hits, 14 runs, 15 hits. Out of that, 3 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBIs. So takes a ball 1. It's a 1-0 count for Manel. Won't find it there either. It's 2-0. Birch looks to deliver. Wind up. Can locate that within the zone. The outside part, but it's strike 1 nonetheless. 2-1. 2-1 count. Swing. A little late. 2-2. As won't get that one. Baseball to bat off the 2-2 count. It's outside, and Manel goes down swinging. 3 outs already for Batavia. And the second inning already comes to conclusion. The third inning right around the corner. No change, of course. Wouldn't expect it. Mason Davey will still be out there dealing. As we look right now, take a look at one of our other special graphics that we always try to offer during these games.
This evening, we honor Sergeant Tim Logston. I'd like to ask you to please stand, Tim.
Take a look at the standings of our selection of choice.
Tim joined the Army in 2002. Went through Iraq in 2004.
Our standings right now, as they stand, should I say. Batavia Muckdogs are in first place at a 17-6 record. Only half a game ahead of Jamestown, because Jamestown did partake in a matchup within the division, and within the league. Beat the Olean Oilers in that matchup, moving them to 17-7. Yesterday, of course, the Batavia Muckdogs, if you tuned into our stream, played an out-of-league game. And in that out-of-league game, of course, doesn't count towards record or stats. So it was just nicked off the schedule for us, and they sit only half a game ahead. If we look at the other teams, the Auburn Doubledays, 14-8 record, 2.5 games behind. No team really has a winning streak going. The longest one is held to the Batavia Muckdogs at 2 games won. And other than that, the Elmira Pioneers find themselves at 4th place, just above 500 and 11-10 record. 5 games behind, but of course, that's enough for a playoff spot. So it's a lot of teams right now, other than the Muckdogs, Tarp Skunks, and Doubledays, fighting within the top 3. The Pioneers and every other team, including the Ironbacks, Oilers, Americans, Red Wings, and Pilots, find themselves below 500 and are a scrap dogfight for 4th as of now. The season will only go on, for the Muckdogs at least, to July 25th for the regular season. Other teams may go on to the July 26th, but only 22 more days of baseball for the Muckdogs. Right now, to start things off, is a 1-1 count. So we'll get that score bug up for you in just a second. Swing and a miss for number 37, Tyson Gingerich, left fielder for Elmira. It's now a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 is down low, blocked by Romick, and it's now a 2-2 count. There we go, got it all locked and loaded. Gingerich is the last man in this batting order. So we'll go do it again. Swing and a miss, and add that to the number that keeps growing. It's the 5th strikeout of the day for Mason Davey. So with that strikeout, leads back to the top of the order, Caleb Delaney. A walk in his first at bat. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. The 0-1 down low. Little skip and a hop there, reaches the backstop, but no damage done as there's no one on. It's 1-1. And that's dribbled to Manel. Gets it off the high hop and beams that to Quintero. And Quintero able to jump up and snag it, but his jump allowed Delaney to tag the bag just in the nick of time. He's called safe over at first. So for now, that will go down as an error on the throw. Going against Miles Manel, E6. Beats number 23, Nick Spanner, designated hitter for the Pioneers, up to bat. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance. It's an 0-1 count already. We'll see what pitch 2 in this count will do. Driven to center, it's rocket, it gets down. Glenn Brooks tries to get it back into his arm to rifle it, but won't be able to in a good motion. A little fumble there, but nonetheless would have been a hard put out at that. So a base hit is a clean count and 2 runners on for number 10 of Brett Baker. Again, Brett Baker comes in, mentioned this once, I'll mention it again. 16-game streak getting on base. This takes strike 1 looking. Of course, that hit from Spanner, the first hit for the Pioneers, took them till the top of the 3rd. Sets outside 1-1. So the 1-1 sits that over the plate. We'll update that count for you. 1-2 now. But the 1-2 is in a good situation to get this to 2 outs and make this good sigh of relief as Davey checks second. No one covering the bag. Monell faking towards it. Sets back up, and the 1-2 is fouled off. So we'll do it again. Davey again, checking over at second. Manel motioning towards it, doesn't go. And rips the bat and won't connect. Swing and a miss, sends Brett Baker back to the dugout on his own doing. Courtesy of Mason Davey. Sends his regards, and it's number 15, Tyler Adamo, up to bat, fly out in his first plate appearance. It's now the 6th strikeout for Davey. Gets underneath. It's a flyout within the infield. It looks to be Cooper Russell. Gets the call, and he gets that. So a little deja vu for Tyler Adamo. Plays in favor of the Muckdogs. Third out just like that. We already are heading to the bottom of the third. Quick baseball. Both teams are still knotted at zeros. When we come back in just a few seconds. It's that time again. Go Health New York would like to ask you this following question. Has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your healthcare provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from the Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension 5555, about a blood lead test for your child today, or for more information on transportation to get tested. And a message from Mental Health Association Wellness on the Go. WNGO offers mobile mental health supports through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans counties. For more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. We're out of that TV timeout, whatever you want to call it. It's baseball, and it's back. So the bottom of the third underway, leading things off is number 24, Jalen Roke. Swings at the first one, won't connect. It's an 0-1 count. And Landon Birch had the nod for the Pioneers. So that's fouled off, and it's 0-2. The 0-2, good eye for Roke. We'll keep this at bat alive. It's now 1-2. One-two is driven, foul. We'll do it again. Last time we saw Birch pitch for Elmira, not us particularly, but any other team, the Auburn Double Days. Dating back to June 26th, the Pioneers got the loss, 8-5. It's the 1-2's inside, 2-2. If we look at his stats on that day, he was not credited with the loss. It was instead Lucas Hale, but 5 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of those being earned. 1 batter walked, 7 strikeouts across 19 batters faced. The 2-2 is driven foul. Back to the overhead stands, makes a loud noise, and drops harmlessly to the ground. Two count. Gets underneath, it's going foul and out of play. Once, twice, thrice, and it's still 2-2. And the 2-2 is Roke does not like that call. Thought it was inside, but has Roke looking for the first out. So that's going down as the third strikeout for Birch. Back to back, going back to the last inning. Number 47 catcher Cooper Romick up to bat. Cooper Romick on the season, a 3.26 across 46 at-bats with 11 runs, 15 hits, 2 of those being doubles, along with 10 RBIs and 20 total bases. 17 total bases. Takes pitch 1 for ball 1. The 1-0 is outside. It's 2-0. So that's dribbled. It was fair, then went foul. 3-1. Excuse me, 2-1. I'll correct my count. Inside, 3-1. Again, another prediction by me by accident. Playing like I knew what I was talking about. The 3-1, though. Cooper Romick. That he's not going to get fooled on. It drops outside, and a walk for Romick. First walk of the day for Birch. Leads to Braden I, the extra hitter, number 17, taking on the situation of 1 out. And teammate Cooper Romick over on first. Take strike 1 looking. Again, just trying to keep up with my stats here. Slightly distracted, I will admit that. 0-1. It's sent over to short. Takes a hop. And they got Braden I out over at first off the fielder's choice. 2 outs. Cooper Romick will be able to advance to second. With 2 outs now. And of course, we've reached the top of the order once more. It's Jalen David leading things off. On average for the Muckdogs in the batting order. And he's the sign that you've reached the top once more. Fresh count after a flyout in his first plate appearance. That's high inside, past the ball off the wild pitch. Sends Romick to third. And a 1-0 count for Jalen David. One-0. As strike called on the lower end of the frame, Jalen David, you could see that, shook his head in disappointment. That's what I would say. Disappointed 1-1 count. As Birch deals, David swings, it's fouled. 1-2. That's fouled off as well. 1-2, we'll do it again. That's outside, 2-2. Blocked down by the catcher, had to get up and move to it. Ryan Jones. Again, David, someone you don't want to allow on the base path, especially as the lead runner. 2-2. Going inside, David swings, makes contact, but it's dribbled foul. We'll do it again with a 2-2 count this time. Again, if you need another reason for why not to let him on, just because to not let him on, it's because he leads the league in stolen bases at 28. The 2-2, it's down low. David able to put the brakes on the bat, and it's full count. So a payoff that would either continue or end this inning. We'll see which of the two it is. Again, that's not all the options. See which one he picks, A, B, or C. C being other. C is then will fall in selection C. We'll redo it. Another foul ball. So again, David, your options are A, take ball 4, or go down swinging with option B, and C again is just other. We'll see what we got. The payoff inside, and it's option A. Went back in the test, erased option C, and put in A. He's over on first, runners on the corner situation. With 2 outs, number 2, Jackson Inman up to bat. We've already a meetings coach, or geez, meeting with the coach, meetings coach. That would be a position I guess you could have in baseball, meetings coach. But I mean, that usually falls under the duty of pitching coach or the manager. In this case, just being the pitching coach. Check out with Birch, make sure he's all right in the right headspace. Talk it over with the infield as well of what they want to do with this situation. In case David does elect to go, a throw could lead Cooper Romick, maybe strolling on home. We've seen it before, so it's not out of the question, but it's not a guarantee. So again, Jackson Inman up to bat, 2 outs. Runners on the corner situation. We'll see if David's got the sign to get going. Put 2 in scoring position. Take himself to 1-2 for free. Would be surprised if we see that. He's going, and no throw. So that goes for ball 1 down low. So he does get it for free, is not really to a surprise. Especially when it's Jalen David, it's kind of hard not to anticipate that coming. One 0 count for Jackson Inman. So now kind of pressure's taken off. Jones didn't throw to second as David went. Swing and miss. It's a 1-1 count. But all it really does is, as a pitcher, you don't have to think about, okay, is he going? Should I pick off? I don't think he was ever really going to do that, but clears your mind. All you got to do is make sure, though, now that you get the job done. We'll see if Birch can. Batavia trying to prevent him with Inman in the box. The 1-1 gets underneath. It's going foul and out of play. 1-2, and Birch one step away and one throw away from bringing it in if he can locate the zone. One, two for Inman. Delivery. Driven over to first. Can't stay in front. One comes in. Jalen David trots home. 2 runs brought in off the base hit from Jackson Inman. And that's what you had to avoid, and they couldn't do it. Inman slaps that right over to first baseman for Elmira. Jack Aylward trying to dive in front of it, and it went right underneath him. Played limbo with the baseball. Leaks out to right field. Cooper Romick trots home. Jalen David giving the signal. He doesn't need to slide. He's so fast, he knows what he's doing. He was a blur to the Pioneers, and just like that, blur gone by, and it's 2-0 Batavia. 2 outs with Cooper Russell up to bat. Pitch number 1 is outside. So that's what it goes back to, the simple sentence of what I said with Jalen David is can't allow or can't afford him to get on base. Because when he's on base, he's so dangerous. That's high, wild pitch, reaches the backstop. And Inman, a slight jog over to second. So helps out Batavia one way or another. 2-0 count for Russell. His umpire is talking with the dugout, comes out pointing at a player. A little bark from the Muckdogs. Dog pound, they're loud. Skip's trying to clarify or maybe vouch for his player. Exactly what, maybe it was just the intention of that throw, which I don't believe at really all. Just kind of said that one. Skip's checking on his players, telling them to keep them in check. Don't want any of his guys getting tossed. Doesn't matter if you're a starter or not. You don't want to get tossed at all. 2-0 count. 2 outs. Inman at second and Cooper Russell at the plate following a wild pitch. Down in the dirt, 3-0. I'll say it again. I was starting, never finish. Goes back to with the thing of Jalen David. You just can't let him on. So when he gets on, it doesn't matter the count. He will steal second. It's almost a guarantee. I'd say if I had anything to bet on, it would be Jalen David. As that's ball 4, 4-0 count, gives Cooper Russell first base. So an inning that definitely is going longer than the Pioneers anticipated when they had 2 outs, but it keeps on stretching. It 1 out with Jalen Roque strikeout, and then Romick with the walk. A field choice ground out from Braden I, and then Jalen David walked, which was a crucial key point to this, and not more crucial, though, than Inman recording a base hit. 2 RBI single. First pitch over to Evan Brock is right to the third baseman, and unfortunately enough, a force out at third, gets the third out, but it doesn't matter because if we look at the scoreboard, the right team's up in front. Batavia Muckdogs leading at 2-0 when we head to the fourth inning when we come back.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I'll have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off. Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
Fourth inning just about to get underway here. Batavia again leading 2-0 as the heat continues. Before we get everything up and rocking, 82 degrees for these guys, 84. I guess it's different on the stream. I just read it on how it's input. It says 82 on the stream. Okay, there's the update. 82 degrees is strike one. Number 34 for Elmira. It's Jack Elward. Get that score bug up for you. So that goes for 1-1, ball one in this count. Again, top of the fourth. But it's a hot one. It's humid. The 1-1 count is outside. Said he didn't go close enough, but 2-1. Again, 82 degrees, and it is scorching. I can tell you here from the press box, you better have like good 4 water bottles in front of you, which I do. Swing and miss there, won't connect. It's 2-2. Not to mention, we still keep checking on the radar. It says right now it should be raining Batavia's. That's chopped foul. So maybe it hasn't hit us or the main storm is just going to miss. But there is a short little storm that could pass over us. But I don't think right now it's as major as it was once scheduled to be. And it would just be some light rain for everyone. 2-2. And hit by the pitch is the call. Romick talking with the ump doesn't like that. And a hit by pitch put Aylward on first. One very close inside. Heard it did come in contact with something. Something, I guess, was his elbow, not the bat. Fresh count, 1 on. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's ball 1. Alex Davis, your extra hitter, he went to show the showcase he lost as he didn't make connect, but not for the worst. Gets another shot, 1-0. We'll see if he does it again. Got him by surprise. He doesn't. Swing. That's foul. Straight towards parking lot. Again, checking the weather, just trying to stay up to date with that, but tiny clouds, it's west, short sprinkles on the way, but it's a tiny cloud. It's raining in Pembroke and parts of Oakfield. I mean, field could use it, definitely. We did have a short spurt of rain. It definitely, I think, held up, and not too sure. Maybe it would feel nice if it was a nice drizzle. I know I went out there and just stood in the rain. As it's driven to right field, it'll get down and shallow. And it's caught, and everyone's held up. Base hit single for Alex Davis. Puts 2 on for the Pioneers. Now, number 13, or 16, Ryan Gabinelli. Walk in his first appearance at the plate. We'll see how he can do with the second. Yeah, no, it rained out here earlier. Had a picnic again at Dwyer Stadium, all for the parents and their family, all the players' parents and family. Put that on for them. And I could tell you, that was scorching hot. And I was kind of the busser boy, should I say. I was running back between picnic area over and left and our offices to, you know, grab anything that we needed more of. So that's ripped. Finds the gap over in left center. No! Wow! Evan Brock takes the words right out of my mouth, shreds them to pieces, writes his own story, diving. Gets the first out. Never call it too soon. That's my lesson there. That looked to perfectly find that gap. Evan Brock reacted immediately. Located diving play. Gets the first out. Everyone held up. No one, I don't think any of the runners out there thought he was going to get that. That goes for ball 1 for number 22, Jalen Tidwell. But holy smokes. That one going in the highlight reel for Evan Brock. The 1-0 is down low, 2-0. Yeah, just standing out in the rain. It's not only could the field use it, but I definitely took advantage of it. Stood out in the parking lot and yeah, nothing else to it. Strike 1 in this count, 2-1. Again here at Dwyer, if you're one of the lucky fans that was able to buy some of the tickets, as we almost have just about sold out. It's just outside, and I'm not sure I'm the umpire that agrees, but 3-1. As I was saying, if you're one of the lucky folks who was able to snag a ticket for tonight's game in a packed out crowd, get to enjoy the fireworks after as well. Nice little show here. So the 3-1 goes for strike 2, and Davey able to reach a full count. Fights back in. Let's see if can gift this and send a present to the Pioneers. Wrapped up delivery. And just low. Ball 4. And right now, Elmira has a good position here with bases loaded. Coach Grant will come out to the mound. Again, Coach Grant, I don't believe with that. He's just going to talk over with Mason Davey. Doubt we'll see him get pulled. So it is not Coach Skip's coming out. Usually he does come out in charge. Decides to pull his guy. But on top of that, Mason Davey, it's not to his day, but it's more the fact that he's had some long at-bats. He's done well so far, already recording 6 strikeouts. Only 1 hit by pitch and 3 walks. 2 of those walks started, or 4 walks following the walk from Tidwell. But 2 of those walks started off early. Once he found his groove, he only had 1 walk since then until this one against Tidwell. That almost took a full 10 at-bat, over 11 at-bats to get this 4th walk. But it's just more that these counts have been going against him early in this game. It's proving to elongate his pitch count in his time on the mound. But 1 out, bases loaded. Sets ball outside for number 44, catcher Ryan Jones. 1-0. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Took a step with that swing. Does a dance move as he doesn't connect the ball to bat. It's 1-1. Drives that foul. It's 1-2. Mason Davey, before this at bat, had reached 83 total pitches. That's playing a significant part, I feel, as this game continues. 1-2, swing and a miss, but he won't let that pitch count show that he can't still get it done. Gets another strikeout, his 7th of the day. And at a crucial moment there. 2 outs now, and again, bases loaded. So no sac fly left in play as an option for the Pioneers. So that goes for strike 1. It's number 37, last man in the lineup. Tyson Gingerich. That's dribbled foul. It's now 0-2 just like that. A little bit of a meeting was all Davey needed as he's played well since then, I guess. Small sample size, but a strikeout speaks more. A lot of things on the wood, if you ask me. The 0-2. As that's dribbled within the infield. Miles Manel's toss at first, and it's over past Quintero. 1 run brought in, 2. And that's going to hurt for the Muckdogs. 2 runners brought in from Elmira. Skips coming out, and that looks to be an end to Davey's day. But an unfortunate turn of events there for the Muckdogs. Again, the call will end Davey's day. 2 runs brought in for Elmira. It's all tied up at 2 apiece. Get you the name. Pitcher running out to the mound. It's Dean Hoshide coming in to relieve Mason Davey. But another error going against Miles Manel. The toss not on the mark. Allows Gingerich to reach first off the error and bring in 2 runners as well. Jack Aylward and Alex Davis scoring. Now Jalen Tidwell standing on third. So Dino Shide warming up.
And your attention please, now pitching for Batavia number 28, Dean Hoshide. Hoshide now on the mound for your Batavia Muckdogs.
He will relieve Mason Davey. We'll look at quick stats of what Mason Davey's day came to an end here. So for Mason Davey, falling the total of what he reached 90 total pitches was 3 2/3 innings, pitched 2 hits allowed, 2 runs. None of those were earned off the error. 4 batters walked, 7 strikeouts, 3 of those looking across 20 batters faced. Dean Hoshide taking his place. We'll look at his stats in just a moment. he gets warmed up, and Batavia just trying to get out of this inning as it's all tied up 2 apiece. 2 runners on in scoring position. Gingerich was also able to advance to second. Leads up to Caleb Delaney, number 52, up to the plate. Still hasn't had a full at bat yet with a walk and a reaching first off an error. But right now, the first pitch for Oshide. After that, we'll take a look at his statistics. Swing and a miss. It's strike 1. Oshide on the season, a 1-0 record, 5 appearances, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Across that, he's allowed 8 hits, no runs, 4 batters walked, and 9 strikeouts. Again, the squeaky clean 0 ERA. Definitely helping himself out. That's fouled, and it's 0-2. That's going to go for ball 1 in this count. Wow. Not to my liking, but again, I remind you, I'm not the broadcaster. I am the broadcaster. I'm not the umpire. I'm just the broadcaster. I don't make the calls as much as I would like to sometimes. Side for ball 3. So count that started off 0-2 is now at full. The payoff from Hoshide. And outside ball 4, and will walk Delaney to first. Brings up the designated hitter, number 23, Nick Spanner, up to the plate with full bases. Everything has a runner. It's the Pioneers trying to now take the lead with any case scenario other than an out. Again, we'll show you quickly in the bottom left the stats for Oshide. The first pitch is for strike 1, 0-1. And that's outside of ball 1. This count 1-1. So that bat meaning a lot in terms of how momentum could build. One, strike 2. Shida getting approval from the crowd. We'll see if he can pay him back. 1-2 is just low. It's 2-2 count. The 2-2. Shide trying to escape without any more damage. It's dribbled, it's foul. So it'll stay 2-2. One more brings an end to the top of the 4th. As you can see out there, a little rain now. It's got to feel refreshing and full count. Can barely see it just up there. That it is sprinkling in the slightest, just almost like a light mist. You can see a dark cloud right in the top left, and that's what's over us. Never fully missed, but enough just to make it an enjoyable miss. But the payoff, swing and a miss, and forget about it. Top of the fourth, it's tied now 2 apiece between the Elmira Pioneers and the Batavia Muckdogs. After the error, unfortunately brought 2 in unearned for the Pioneers. Could have kept this game 0-2, but nonetheless, it's tied. Batavia is not going to be stuck back in the past. They're looking to move forward and get back out into the lead for tonight's matchup. The thing that we want to mention finally is we'll get around to it. It's time to look at the upcoming schedule for your Batavia Muckdogs. Again, one important thing that I will mention first before that is the scheduled meet and eat at Tolley's. That going on next Monday. I'll double check that date for you because the last thing I want to do is give you the wrong time. But yes, it should be Monday. Yep, the day off. So next Monday, the 6th, if you are in town and want to swing by Tolley's, your Batavia Muckdogs will be your personal waiters in and out. Well, you have the opportunity to dine at Tolley's, so stop by if you wish and say hi to your favorite players. Take a quick look at the schedule before we get things here. So, July 4th, it's July 3rd here. That's, in terms of Batavia here at Dwyer, more important, but I guess July 4th, great holiday nonetheless. If you don't have anything to do, come hang out with us on stream. Against the Niagara Falls Americans, that's at 6:30. Sunday against Buffalo, last out of league game against the Diesels, that starts at 4:05. Day off for the guys, again, the meet and eat at Tolley's. So that goes for strike 1. The background, Geneva is back-to-back, home then away for 7th and the 8th. Then on the 9th, 10th, and 11th, go through it. Niagara Falls, 6:30. Jamestown away, 6:30. And out here again against Elmira at 6:30. So that's fouling off an 0-2 count for Glenn Brooks. And that slight miss to my dwindling eyesight is cleared up. The 0-2, swing and a miss and a strikeout. Another one credited to Birch. So I misclick again and put someone on first, but no, 1 out. That strikeout will be Birch's 4th of the day. See who can break this tie in hits and runs as well, as both teams both accounted for 2 hits. 16, James Quintero up to the box, takes strike 1. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Birch. It's outside 1-1. We saw Birch have the meeting with his pitching coach. That changed from nothing, just a nice little talk over. So far, that's all we've seen. We saw Mason Davey just get pulled as he reached a pitch count of 90. The 1-1's down in the dirt. Quintero doesn't go. 2-1. Big part of Davey only pitching those 3 2/3 innings was his pitch count, more or less. Just had so many long at bats. The 2-1 is dribbled foul. 2-2. Again, faced total of 20 batters and a pitch count of 90. The 2-2 is rifled down first, and it stays fair. Quintero goes 2. It reaches all the way towards the far right field, and a double for Quintero. That ball looked to just maybe go foul, but no. It kept rolling down the line, over the bag, all the way out to right field. And as I always mention on previous broadcasts, that weird corner over right field just by the visitors' bullpen is where it ended up. Almost reaching the wall as well. It just found the perfect gap. And now a double for Quintero breaks that tie in terms of hits that I was talking about, and hopefully number 8, Miles Manel up, can break that tie in terms of runs scored. Takes pitch 1, going down swinging. Takes strike 2 as well. So 0-2. Delivery from Birch. It's way high. Reaches the backstop. Hits nothing off the catcher's gear. It's up on the rooftop. It's ball 1 in this count. On deck is Jalen Roque. And with that, Quintero able to inch to third for free. Base hit or a sac fly definitely would play well into the cards right now. The 1-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Rinse and repeat. One, 2 is driven between the gap. Leaks out to right field. Quintero comes home and breaks the tie. It didn't take long for that. RBI single for Miles Manel helps his team climb back. And a 1-run lead is where we stand for the Batavia Muckdogs. 24, Jalen Roque comes up. Struck out looking in his first at bat. It's the one that he went down shaking his head. That was very far inside, and first pitch drives that to left. He's got it back up, does locate it. So that is out 2. Leads for catcher number 47 the opportunity to maybe take of what's left with 2 outs and Miles Manel on first. Cooper Romick. Fresh count for Cooper Romick. Take strike 1. The 0-1 pickoff attempt over first. Try to get out Miles Manel. Won't find anything there. Set the ball back in his glove and a little laugh from our DJ. 0-1. Miles Manel going. Hit over to short. and can't field it correctly. Miles Manel going 3. And a fielding error by the shortstop, E6. Plays well for Batavia. The 2-out situation allows not only Miles Manel to reach third, but runners on the corners. Cooper Romick standing on first. So it's the 3rd error of the game. First one going against Elmira. Pickoff attempt to get Romick out. He's called safe. Last time we saw a runner stealing in this situation for Batavia, Ryan Jones elected not to throw the ball. Kept it to himself and let Jalen David have the bag for free. But again, it's Jalen David. That goes for strike 1 in this count. Well-known name within the league in terms of stealing. Nothing against Romick, should I say. I'm not trying to put him down, but you know who you're up against, like Jalen David, you know, might maybe think twice. We'll see if they think twice here with Romick. So you can't count him out in terms of stealing either. So that's inside of 1-1 count. Romick on the season also has 7 stolen bases. So he's also familiar with stealing. A light rain, again, continuing down. Nice little drizzle and mist. And the 1-1 is outside. It's always funny when you see rain, and I'm not sure if you can see it on the broadcast. I doubt it, but it's a very light rain, just mist with the sun out. If that's not good weather, that's something I liked it. The 2-1 is up high and 3-1. So the 3-1 is ball 4. Bases loaded situation with 2 outs. And opens the floodgates for Jalen David to cause some havoc. A little meeting out here at the mound as the rain has turned slightly from a mist to more of a good heavy rain now. To enough to disrupt the fans. They're going to take refuge underneath the overhead. So maybe I spoke too soon. As it comes down in bunches, everyone just lining up, trying to move. No pitching change here, and we're still going to play ball. And it's coming down now. Sure, this will be short passing, hopefully. Number 50, Jalen David. Again, that was Braden Aya with the walk. Apologies for not mentioning that as clearly. But Jalen David, switch out the baseball, try to keep this one dry. It says it's expected to stop in 7 minutes, as it is heavy downpour, maybe an understatement here. And it is definitely going to change up this game as we finish things up here. Swing and a miss off the first pitch. Curve down to the bottom right. Swing and miss will make it strike 1. Crowd still loves it. Some of them still sitting and just taking on the rain. Maybe it might feel good. Knowing the sun coming back out, if it is true that only 7 minutes will go by, then I wouldn't be too surprised if you're able to dry off. Some folks, again, just taking on the rain and embracing it, some seeking refuge. But enough about that. 0-1. The pitch in the zone, 0-2. Birch 1 strikeout away. Had the meeting again. It already seems to be somewhat slowing down. It's now back to a light mist, but I'm not play-by-playing rain. 0-2. Delivery. Swing on an outside pitch is a miss and brings an end to the bottom of the 4th. Batavia, even though with 3 runners left on, still brought one in. It's a 3-2 game when we get to the 5th inning when we come back in just a second. Apologies for that. We're back with the sound check. And some mic issues. Had to reconnect, disconnect 1, 2, 3 many times. And It's also the worst timing to have that go. What you missed from, if you couldn't see it, was a home run from Brett Baker, leading things off for the 5th inning. The 1-0 count, took it deep to right field, just stayed fair past the pole. Is that what we were watching? I thought I at least was commentating, was to it myself, but an 0-2 count as that goes outside. Again, I'll update your graphic there. 1 out, following the flyout directly to Tyler Adamo. And now number 34, Jack Aylward, up to bat. And yes, you are correct there. It's full 9 innings. In case where it's 7 innings is out-of-league games and double headers within the division. This game is all tied up, though, 3-3, following the home run of Brett Baker, which tied things up. Dean Hoshide off the 1-2. Aylward drives that foul up and over everyone in the crowd. And rinse and repeat, we'll do it again. One, two. Delivery inside. 2-2. Had the rain showers earlier. Pretty sure now that the forecast is clear. Is that... Wow. Called too high. It did sit late, but it looked like it had it just at the very end as that came down. But no, it's too high in a full count. As it's driven foul, we'll do it again once more for another payoff pitch. Oh, if you're talking about Mercy Rule is 10 runs in a standard game, as that's fouled off once again. Well, once, twice, thrice. But again, Mercy Rule within a 9-inning game is 10 after the 7th. And then 7, it is 12 after the 5th. But again, that does not include out-of-league games. Payoff is driven foul once, twice, thrice. We'll have to do it again nonetheless. Again, all tied up. Batavia's trying to stay strong and stay onto the lead. Myra's been climbing back each time. Inside, ball 4 off the payoff. And we'll put Aylward on first. Now to bat number 5, the extra hitter, Alex Davis. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. That goes for strike 1. How are they still in the 5th inning? Baseball can be a long game. That's driven foul. Almost down the third baseline, but no. Moves it to a 1-1 count. Made me think with that statement that it was like, had the wrong inning. I thought you were correct for a second. I was like, maybe we are in the 6th. And no, now to double check myself, and we're in the 5th inning. Long innings. It was the first 2 innings I would say were very quick. And then the 3rd and 4th, they definitely took their time as Batavia rallied. Elmira then responded. And then Batavia held on to a long inning as well. Swing and a miss there for Davis, moves it to a 1-2 count. Both in the 3rd inning and the 4th. Leaving batters on, so it's not really just the score, but these innings are going for long periods of time just because they're being fought down to tooth and nail. Ball 2, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, and send it to the dugout. A strikeout for Oshide. 2 outs.
Third baseman number 16, Ryan Gavinelli.
You are right, Matt. It's 10 after 7. So that's the second strikeout for Hoshide. Fireworks, yeah, they might play a while. It's whenever the game ends, as that goes strike 1. Again, number 16, third baseman Ryan Gabanelli. Up to bat. He's 0-1 on the day with a walk and a flyout. Goes down swinging again, 0-2. Just however long this game of baseball continues to be played, there's plenty of it to keep going from here. We're not even halfway. Swing and a miss, and add that again. Another strikeout for Oshide. Make it back-to-back. His third of the day. Retires at the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, right around the corner for Batavia, where they need to break the tie once more. They had the lead 2-0. Following 2 empty innings between both teams, they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Elmira quickly responded with 2 of their own. Batavia said, nope, I'm going to take the lead back. Did so 3-2, and then Elmira with a solo home run, courtesy of Brett Baker, tied things up once again. But the bottom of the 5th, right around the corner, I do believe we have a pitching change. No, we don't. I'll correct myself there. It's still number 33, Landon Birch. So Landon Birch will still be out there. He's had 2 meetings, but has yet to see his day come to an end. We'll look at his stats real quick of so far of how he's doing on the day. So if we look right now for Birch, he's so far pitched 4 innings, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, all 3 of them being earned, 4 batters walked, 5 strikeouts, 1 looked, 21 batters faced, and he's hit a total of 78 total pitches. So he's right around there where we might see him get pulled sooner or later depending on how this inning goes. But for now, he's out there on the mound, and the leadoff man will be number 2, Jackson Inman. Jackson Inman went 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out and then a 2 RBI single. See how that fares here in the bottom of the 5th, if the Muckdogs can break the tie one more time. Again, locked and loaded. Let's do it again. And then we'll take strike 1 looking. It's dribbled foul 0-2. Where's Jarrett? Jarrett has taken on the role and is filling in once more for Mad Dog, acting as his longtime friend, Jer Bear. 0-2 is driven foul. Do it again. But again, he's acting as Jer Bear today. And we'll see him most likely tomorrow on the away broadcast in Niagara Falls. He'll return. But he's getting this crowd hyped up as that's dribbled. Not dribbled, but lined to left field. Can't field it correctly, but it doesn't matter. Inman still with a base hit. Leads things off correctly. Inman leading right where he led off. Correction on there. Not dribbled, but lined to left field. So Inman now stands on first, allowing Cooper Russell who's 1 for 1 on the day. Single and a walk. Strike 1 looking on 1 count. Swing and a miss there. It's now 0-2 for Cooper Russell. Again, notable to me as Superman. Pickoff attempt at first. It is no good. Inman will still stay on first, and the count stays at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is outside. It's just a second following this at bat. We'll jump around the league and see what we've got going on within the PGCBL. But driven over to third, and a glove that doesn't stay in front. Base hit for Cooper Russell's held up at 1 and Inman held up at 3. Runners on the corner situation. Third baseman for Elmira. Sticks out his glove. Ryan Gabinelli puts the glove out in reverse. And the ball takes a detour underneath it and goes out to the left field. So base hit for Cooper Russell. Puts him at first. Again, runners on the corners as Inman able to advance 3. And the man in the cleanup spot, Mr. Reliable, number 11. You know him and love him, Evan Brock. Take strike 1, that one breaking in. On 1 count. Pickoff attempt to get Cooper Russell at first is no good. Cooper Russell going, the throw is off the mark, but luckily for Elmira, the second baseman comes into the infield grass and cuts it off before trying to stay. Likes to move off the bag. It goes for strike 2, but again, Cooper Russell advanced 2-2. 0-2 for Evan Brock. To your question, Aaron Williams will not be pitching tonight. 0-2 against Brock. Delivery. That's down in the dirt. Blocked down by Jones. Able to stay in front of it, so no damage done except the count moves away from them. So they have a crowd chant here for Evan Brock, calling for him to bring in some more RBIs. And if there's anyone in the league that knows about RBIs, it's Evan Brock. Tied for first at 37 as it's fouled off. Leads the team at 37, and again, Elite tied for first at 37. Represents the Batavia Muckdogs in that category. The top 5 are all from the Amsterdam Mohawks. 1-2 once again. As it's dribbled, basically deja vu in the same exact spot once, twice. We'll do it again. Evan Brock tied with Gabriela Rivera. Her runners batted in. Yeah, Rivera from Amsterdam Mohawks. 1-2. We'll see if he can take the title here. A swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Evan Brock. Only the first out, though. 1 out, 2 runners on, both in scoring position. That's Inman at third and Russell second, allowing number 20, Glenn Brooks, up to the plate. Glenn Brooks, notable hitter as well. Third in the team in batting average at a .397. It's good for second on the team in RBIs at 20. We'll see if his statistic gets advances. That's driven to right field. Gets down. Those numbers will go up. Inman comes in. Russell hustling in. And Glenn Brooks, the Jets, goes 3. And the crowd hyped up. A triple. 2 RBI triple to be exact for Glenn Brooks. Five to 3. Just like that. Notable hitter, and those stats in terms of RBIs increased to 22 on the season. And add that to his funny stats with 5 triples. He leads the team, but he has more triples than doubles. An impressive stat alone. Just to read that is definitely unique. Glenn Brooks cleared the bags and leaves himself at third. Rifling one over to right field. A 1-0 count now for James Quintero, who had a double himself in his last at bat. As he drives that between the gap. That's going to leak to right. Glenn Brooks trots home and a base hit for Quintero. RBIs for everyone. It's 6 to 3 for Batavia. Number 8, Miles Manel, up to bat. Strikeout and an RBI single. So far in this inning alone, it's 4 hits and a strikeout for the Muckdogs on offense. The first pitch is down inside the dirt. Ball 1. As he'll take strike 2, 1-1 count. Batavia instantly coming back in this game, making sure that they're right there with them. And they'll step ahead at all times. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. Pickoff attempt over at first. It's no good. Won't be able to catch Quintero. 1-2 for Manel. Is off the gear, and both Manel and the catcher and a hit by pitch will put Manel on first. I had to think about that, what transpired there, just purely off who it hit first, and it was Manel. Then off the gear, the catcher, his face mask, and the coach for the Pioneers coming out to Birch, and that may bring an end to his day. Again, he came in doing all right. We saw his stats for the four innings through. But since then, it hasn't boded well. Only able to record 1 more strikeout with 4 hits and a hit by pitch. But no, he stays out. Impressive or unique decision, if you ask me, at least, given the stretch he's got so far. Right now, his pitching total has risen to 96. Again, came in with the 4 innings pitched, only allowed 4 hits, so he was doing well, and he's matched those 4 hits total in this inning alone, and the same amount of runs as well. 3 innings came in, and now 3 more brought in. Number 24, Jalen Roke will clear the count for you. Up to bat, swings at the first one, misses, 0-1 count. Jalen Roke struck out looking in his first at-bat, and the second one was a flyout. We'll see if that can change here, and he can keep the good momentum that Batavia has built going forward. Birch checking over at second, swing and miss there. It's now 0-2. He's trying to stare down Quintero. With an 0-2 count for Jalen Roke. Takes his stance. He's ready. Check Quintero at second. Deals. Swing and a miss. Maybe the meeting was for the right decision. He gets a strikeout immediately after against Roke. 2 outs. Cooper Romick up to bat. Cooper Romick on the day. He was walked in his first plate appearance and then reached first off an error off the shortstop. So 0 for 1. Swing and a miss for Romick. 0-1. Quintero at second, Manel at first. 2 outs with a now 0-2 count off another swing and a miss. Time called. We'll wait to get set once more. The 0-2. Birch ready and set. Delivery. Outside check. And he went. Strike 3 brings an end to the bottom of the 5th. 2 runners left on, but the real numbers that matter is Batavia's back on top 6-3, doubling the run total so far with 3 more brought in. So far on the day, though, Elmira has been able to bring it back in each time. If we look again at the scoreboard, we'll get that up for you in just a second when we have everything updated. Right now, Elmira has been playing a little bit of wait and see and then quickly responding. As you can see in the background, it's releasing the hounds. Everyone being able to partake and run the bases. But here we go. We have everything locked and loaded, and that's the scoreboard so far. As you can see, each time that the number has been placed in Batavia column, it's been quickly answered up by Elmira. 2 innings were a little fight. And then the solo home run from Brett Baker tied it back up at 3 apiece. And then 3 more for Batavia. Inman and Cooper Russell went back-to-back hits to lead things off. And Glenn Brooks brought them both in with a triple, which he was then brought off the RBI single from Quintero. Right now, that's your currently sitting scoreboard. And on top of that, I did mention this earlier, never got to it, but we'll look at the schedule and the scores around the league. So, of course, you have our game. We know what the score is and what inning. We're in the top of the 6th right now, 6-3. The Niagara Falls Americans took on the Auburn Doubledays today. In a 5-inning matchup, the Auburn Doubledays won 10-0. As I'm not exactly sure how that game came to an abrupt ending. We'll find out more in just a second about what happened there. Jamestown Tarp Skunks playing against the Olean Oilers in Jamestown. Jamestown leads 6-0 in the top of the 6th. Geneva Red Wings visiting the Pilots. Red Wings leading a close one, 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. And on the other side of the conference, in the East Division, you got the Glen Falls Dragons against the Utica Blue Sox. Blue Sox winning 6-0 in the bottom of the 8th. And on top of that, the Amsterdam Mohawks in a rare situation, losing 1-4 in the bottom of the 6th against the Oneonta Outlaws. We'll see if that holds and everything around the league holds up when we check again later in this game. For now, thank you for sticking with until we've reached and ready top of the 6th. Let's get going. Top of that, something that went under my nose while reading all these stats is a pitching change. Number 15, Garrett Beaver, has come out to serve at the top of the 6th for Batavia. And pitch number 2 off the 1-0 count is shallow center. Cooper Russell makes his way into the center field grass and gets the first out. So on that at bat for Elmira was number 22, Jalen Tidwell. So he gets a flyout. And now up, number 44, catcher Ryan Jones. As I, again, misclick and put, it's hard to monitor both the computer, camera, stats, my own soundboard as well, and score track at the same time. Sometimes I will make a misclick and saw it there. Put them at first, but no, it's 1 out. Won't trick you there. Ball 1, though, is the count as it stands. Jones 0 for 2 on the day, both strikeouts, looking and going down swinging. The 1 out, it's dribbled to Inman, able to stay in front, and a nice toss to Quintero gets the second out. 2 up, 2 down, just like that for the top of the 6th. Up to bat is the last man in the lineup for Elmira, Tyson Gingerich. It goes right now 2 outs with the ball 1, a 1-0 count. That's dribbled to Quintero himself. Beaver will beat Gingerich to the bag for the 3rd out. Just like that, the top of the 6th. Snap your fingers, it's gone. Beaver gets it done with 3 up, 3 down for the bottom of the 6th when we come back in just a moment.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right.
All right.
What else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
And the bottom of the 6th, here we go. We have a pitching change out there as well for the Pioneers. 2 pitching changes for both teams in the 6th inning. It's Braden and I will lead things out. Strike 1, 0-1 count. Outside 1-1. Again, Braden and I finishing up the 3rd go-around in the batting order for Batavia. Now retiring, Lucas Birch served a full 5 innings. That's driven foul. Now 1-2 is number 8, Lucas Rhinelander. Talk about his stats in just a second. It's the 1-2 count here. Down low and 2-2. Two count is dribbled just foul. Barely missing the bag. And we'll do it once more. That's ripped to center. Will it get down? No. Center fielder's barely able to beat that out on the snag. Again, that's number 10, Brent Baker, getting underneath that for the snag. All right, now we'll take a look. So 1 out. We'll take a look at Lucas Rhinelander's stats. Up to bat is the leadoff man, Jalen David. But Rhinelander on the season, 8.74 ERA, a record of 0-0. Has 1 recorded save, though, in 4 appearances. 11 1/3 innings pitches. That's dribbled barrel. Couldn't keep it with the bunt. Patience, though, from Elmira. As Gabinelli stares it down and it barely trickles foul. Strike 1, though. 0-1 count. But we'll go back to it. Rhinelander, 11 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 11 runs, all 11 of those being earned, with 7 batters walked and 9 strikeouts as well. So the 0-1 is also foul down the third baseline, and we'll have to do it again. We'll not do it again. I mean, we'll have to see a pitch, so I guess it's again, but whoops. Brain short-circuited. Thought it was already an 0-2 count. But drives that to right. And a diving snag from Elmira's right fielder, Caleb Delaney, lunges out and secures it to the glove. Impressive play there, sends David back to the dugout. 0-2. I don't know why I read that 0-2, but 2 outs and a fresh count for Jackson Inman. Can tell at some point that maybe it's getting late. 2 outs, gets underneath. It's going foul. Again, we'll take a little more in depth at Lucas Rylander. His last appearance goes back to just June 30th, where Elmira won 17-7 in 8 innings against the Newark Pilots. They scored 7 alone in the top of the 8th. And Rylander got the save credit there, his first and lone of the season. It's 0-1 count. That's down low. It's now 1-1. But during that, he pitched 3 full innings, 4 hits allowed, 1 run, that being an earned run. 2 batters walked, 3 strikeouts, across 15 batters faced. It's the last time we saw Rylander partaking in a game for the Pioneers. Again, down low, we see him coming in to relieve Landon Birch. Of course, we'll also take a look at how Birch's day ended with the numbers. Birch, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 runs, all 6 being earned, 4 batters walked, 8 strikeouts, 1 of those being looking, allowing a double-triple across 29 batters faced with a pitching count of 102. 2-1 count. Inside, hips don't lie. And it's a 3-1 count. The 2-1 is driven foul, and he'll now move full count. I don't know why I said 2-1. I guess maybe it's past my bedtime. You are right about the fan attendance. It is number 1 versus 2 if you want to think it about that way. And Amsterdam has 45 teams for home runs. Yes, they do. It's an impressive stat. Payoff! Once, twice, thrice, quadrice. One more time. In terms of hitting, the Amsterdam Mohawks, 45 home runs. Only team in second is the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs at 22. Third is the Stallions at 11. They were tied with the Blue Sox at 11. Excuse me, I forgot the Lumberjacks. They're third at 17, but no team from the West has more than the Muckdogs. And the payoff, again, is ball 4 down low inside, and that's a walk, putting Inman over on first. Second baseman, number 1, notable Superman Cooper Russell coming up to the plate. He's 2 of 2 on the day. Hit, walk, hit. Both of those hits being singles. But they have 9 home runs, I read the wrong category. 7 home runs. Just behind the Tarp Skunks at 8. So I'll correct myself for that. But way off the 45 from the Mohawks, number that I can't really fathom. So it goes for strike 1 against Cooper Russell. I need to do a little more in search of if that came from like a single game. Like, obviously they didn't all, but they had a game where there was just heavy amounts, or if it's just they consistently hit home runs. Some research for me to do when I get home. 1-1 count, though, as that goes for ball outside. 2-1 is now the new count. Rhinelander pitch driven. The second. Wow. Another lunging snag from the defense. Able to put out the glove and take himself down with it. Tyler Adamio for the third putout. Brings an end to the 6th inning in its entirety. And the 7th inning right around the corner when we come back in just a moment following our sponsorship read. But plenty of baseball to be played. 3 more innings to go. Don't go anywhere. It's still a close game. 6-3 when we come back.
In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. Alex's Place, Allegheny Farm Services, AmeriGroup, Arc of Glow, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care Center, Batavia's Original, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bontrager Auctioneer, Bourbon and Burger, Bright Path Kids, Bully Hill Vineyards, Burger King, Casella Waste, Salino Plumbing, Chaplain Valley Equipment, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Crosby's, Daily News, Dave's Ice Cream, Easttown Beverage, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Burrell Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxick, Genesee Community College, Geico, Local Batavia Office, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee Lumber, Genesee Penny Saver, Go Health, Good Life, Graham Corporation, H.B. Hood, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang and Sons, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Magaveros Automotive, M-Power Agency, Next Era Energy, Northside Deli, New York School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oakwood Hills, Oaka Milk Products, Olacy's, Overhead Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, RFG Associates, Skyworks, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Tompkins Bank of Castile, Tonawanda Valley Federal Credit Union, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, Tri-County Auto Glass, Tully's, United Memorial Medical Center, UR Wilmot Cancer Institute, WBTA, Wright Beverage, and the YMCA. Thank you for your continued support of the Batavia
All right, welcome back.
Muckdogs.
Trying to make sure you don't miss anything. Just behind the graphic, all you've missed, though, is a 1-1 count here in the top of the 7th. Get that right. Locked and loaded. Here we go. Beaver deals the 1-1. Back to Manel. Hop, skip, jump, throw. In time. So the put out from Manel gets the first out for the Batavia defense just like that. Didn't miss a beat, only a few pitches, able to get that perfectly timed up. The man up for that at-bat for the ground-out was Caleb Delaney, the leadoff man for Elmira Pioneers, starting things off for the game. It's the 4th go-around in the carousel for them, now leading to number 23 designated hitter Nick Spanner up to bat. He's 1 of 3 on the day with a strikeout looking, a single, and then a strikeout again, as that goes for outside ball 1 in this count. Again, we missed this the last inning just because of how fast Beaver was able to retire everything. Like I said, he went 3 up, 3 down, just like that. So that goes for ball 2, 2-0 count. So that's dribbled to Inman, 2-hop, toss, long throw, but in time for the second out. Just like that, 2 more up, 2 more gone. And before we can miss anything, I really want to go over Garrett Beaver's stats again. Garrett Beaver, you have those at the bottom left, and I'll read it off one more time. 1.35 ERA, a 1.0 record against 10 with 10 appearances, 2 saves, 13 and 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 batters walked, and 20 strikeouts. At 20 strikeouts, good for 5th on the team. ripped foul over to left. So an 0-1 count just like that. And again, we'll look at Garrett Beaver's last performance. Last time we saw him was just the last game within the division to go on July 1st against the Tarp Skunks here at Dwyer. That's ripped foul, now 0-2. We saw him come in, only served 1 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, and both being earned. Those was the first time we saw earned runs against Beaver. Went a full month without letting one up himself. That's ripped to center, but Glenn Brooks has enough time to get underneath it and secure a 3-up, 3 down, just like that. The top of the 7th in a blink of an eye disappears in front of you. Bottom of the 7th right around the corner where Muckdogs are just trying to keep things in gear. They lead by 3, 6-3. And it's the 7th inning stretch where, you know, take a stretch, step up from your couch, wherever you're watching on. Get comfy, because still plenty of baseball to play, as we can hear in the background. Take me out to the ball game being played. But before anything like that continues on, we would like to remind you that fans, 2027 season tickets are now on sale. Come be a part of Muckdogs Mafia. And reminder, season tickets have a no-waste policy starting at just $99 for general admission and $199 for VIP. So if you'd like to, come on down by the ticket office or call 585-524-2260 to get your seats today. The bottom of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen, right around the corner. Batavia, again, as a reminder, up 6-3. They scored 3. That goes dating back to the bottom of the 5th, where they already had 3 runs coming into that inning and scored 3 more, giving them the 6-3 lead that they haven't looked back on, holding the Elmira Pioneers to 2 scoreless innings, courtesy of Garrett Beaver, who's done a back-to-back 3-up, 3-down situation. Again, we saw the pitching change for both teams with Lucas Rhinelander coming in. His first banner faced here is Evan Brock. As that goes for ball 1, 1-0 count. Right now, Elmira has hit a dry spot in terms of hitting. It's been exactly 10 at-bats that they've not recorded a hit, as they just retired the top of the 7th with Brett Baker, who was the man who was the reason behind the solo home run. But even going back to that, it was a while before that as well. So Myra in a dry spot. Batavia can't say the same for them. 2-0 count. Ripped to left center. Gets down, finds the gap. Brock goes 2 and will get maybe. No! Yes! Forget about it. Evan Brock, a double, sliding in on a close one. The throw hit the cutoff man, and it looked a lot closer. The toss there seemed to be going well. And then Elmira gave us a scare, but Evan Brock, Mr. Reliable for a reason, scores a sliding in double. So he leads things off for the bottom of the 7th. It's glowing right now for the Muckdogs. Glenn Brooks, number 20, is back up. He struck out in his first 2 plate appearances, but definitely made up for it. Found his calling, a 2 RBI triple in his 3rd plate appearance. Comes up with a no-out situation, and brother and teammate Evan Brock on second, who's already taken a sizable lead here. No one covering the bag. Second base shifted behind it, shifts back in position on an inside pitch, 1-0. Again, always like to cover my tracks, and we're going to do that here. Actually, no, I know what I forgot, and it's the wrong team. So we'll do it when Batavia's back on defense. Sits over the plate for strike 1 looking. Sometimes these teams on defense move so fast that I just simply can't keep up with what I wanted to talk about. A 1-1 count for Glenn Brooks. And that's a hit by pitch. Hit a spin but couldn't avoid. And now Glenn Brooks will take a free base over at first. So a double and a hit by pitch to start this inning. Coach Skips over on the left side, talking things over with Quintero. We'll see if anything unique happens for this at bat. Maybe a bunt, maybe something. I'm not sure. That's the only educated guess I could take here. Quintero, he's 1 for 3 on the day. Or 2 of 3 on the day, excuse me. Fly out, a double, and an RBI single. First pitch, he shows bunt, so I guess my intuition, I mean, I don't think it takes very much to make that educated guess. But 1-0. As he was able to pull it back in time. Getting a little misclick on my behalf. As your score bug fixed, it's 1-0. Shows bunt once more, gets that back, but it's called strike. It's 1-1. Batavia in good position to extend their lead. I am aware that ran into some issues with our live stream. We're going to try to fix that as soon as possible. Showing bunt once more, called strike 2. Oh. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the live stream, after a brief debugging, should be live and ready again. But 2-2. It's ripped to left. The left fielder, though, able to crash in on it and get the out. So all you missed was the count move to 2-2 and a fly out over in left field. As I believe the live stream is back to healthy numbers after a brief cutout. Watching it myself, trying to stay live, and I do see that it is back up and well. We'll hope that doesn't happen again. Please stand by. I will be moving as fast as possible in case that does happen again, so don't go anywhere. But 1 out. Runners going, fly to left. Is it in play? But it won't even matter. The left fielder gets in. Everyone's got to go back. So Miles Manel takes a swing at the first pitch. It stayed fair, but caught by the left fielder again. Back-to-back plays made by Tyson Gingerich. Now up, number 24, Jalen Roque. Still in search of his first hit. Strikeout, flyout, strikeout in that order on the day for Jalen Roque. Swing and a miss for the first pitch. It's now 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is able to sit down. It's 0-2 now for Roque. Trying to keep the inning going with 2 runners on. We'll see if he can do that here. Oh, 2. Outside, 1-2. One far to the other side, to batter's box. Right now, it's a stalemate between the two teams. The 1-2. It's driven foul. Is it in play? No. Gone over into the stands, and that's someone's free ball. We'll do it again. Runners went as well, have to jog back to their bases. Crowd getting into it, trying to hype up the Muckdogs to make this lead ever a bit more secured. One hop, 2 hop, first baseman can't collect it, second. Off the mark, it goes foul. Here comes Evan Brock, the play is not even close. Another run brought in for Batavia. It is 7-3.